I'm saved.
It was crazy.
I walked right in on Waymaker saying how aroused he was. It was incredible.
I was doing a merciless impression, thank you.
Yeah, that's what
I think it was a pretty good one.
Fake news.
Fake news, he says, fakely, lying through his crooked teeth and forked tongue.
He lied as easily as he breathed.
That's not true because I'm fat, so I don't breathe very easily.
That's true. I'm also fat and can't breathe good. I'm also like the gross kind.
Same boat, brother.
Anyway,
Nice.
Despite my self-deprecation, would any of you like to give the recap?
No, thank you.
Pushes him to the front.
What is going on here?
Thank you.
Man, at first, you know what I always thought? I thought, I'll let people do recaps where they have a source of free inspiration and, like, you know, they get to tell their side of what they remember.
Yeah,
and yet,
it's great.
more often than not, people just, like, completely don't want to do it. And I don't get it.
I did it last week. I'm just letting
somebody
last week.
Somebody already volunteered today and then didn't throw their hand up immediately when asked. So I'm pushing him to the front. Caped Fish, give us the recap, please.
Yeah, caped.
Alrighty. Well, in case people were too lazy to just watch the VOD.
Yeah, sure, that's right.
I'll do it.
Oh, yes, good. Blame the viewers.
Yes, I will. Viewers are always wrong.
No, chat is always wrong.
There is a difference.
Okay. Well, with the events of the night quickly approaching, we tried to figure out some other ways to do this without Jeannie being tortured for hours on end by both a demon and Farron. But unable to really come up with anything at the time, we just decided to kind of see where things go and hope for the best. And luckily enough, Mythos and Flo noticed that Farron was doing a very good job of distracting the demons, and that gave me an opening to go and reunite Matheria with the prismatic shard, and in doing so, destroyed the succubus body, and allowing her human form, or mortal form, to emerge. And with the dwindling powers of her divinity, fought our way out of the voyeur room and back into the market, where we held off, mostly thanks to Galdrin, the demon hordes, while Matheria summoned her Pegasi, and we rode off into the night. And that's where we left off.
It was incredible.
Oh, and Galdrin gave everybody a rune stone, so
a
we're
friendship
all great
rock.
friends. Mm-hmm.
God dang it.
My rock collection grows.
It was me, Barry. I was the rock. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Gotta go do something real quick.
Okay.
Have fun.
It's sitting with my dice, the rock, and one of my special pouches.
Does do the dice count as rolled if they accidentally roll across?
Tickling your
like
pouch.
if your runestone sits. Well, think about this, right? If the runestone sits flat in his pocket for any reason, and the dice roll across it and land with the side up.
It has to be rolled with intent.
It has to be rolled with intent.
Yeah, I think you gotta leave your hand like Jumanji style. I don't think it
I'm
counts.
trolling. I'm trolling.
So if we go in, but what happens if you walk into a circus and then they roll on the stone in your pocket?
Yeah.
It would have happened intent.
Chaos.
With intent.
Intent.
Yes.
Shadow's right, guys.
Who knows? I could be wrong.
Flo doesn't get to sleep in a tent now while we camp. He has to sleep out in the open because otherwise...
Flo will just straight up go perch on a building like a gargoyle, reflecting
Good.
economics, and go into trance.
That will be for all our safety.
Why do you think the dice would be moving if he was sitting still for his trance?
Well, you see, you know how guys all glitch out a couple times a night?
Yeah.
We'll just be laying there perfectly peacefully, and then all of a sudden, and like pick everything in range. Yeah.
Batman.
Oh, you mean the muscle spasm you get as you fall asleep? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
All
only get that if you
do
think
this.
you're dying. Like,
All men
No,
do
you
this.
don't.
It is a defense reflex. That's a thing. It's our orchestrosity procking as we get that 1 HP and we swing out.
Right. Yeah, but you swing out and it's nothing like you hit like you're 3 and you get mad. That's why I get visibly upset if I ever fight in my dreams because I'll wake up. It's like it wouldn't go down like that, and I try to go back to sleep to change it. Never works.
It wouldn't go down.
Oh my God.
Also,
You're like that girl
Merciless,
that
I've
dreams
got-
her boyfriend cheated on her in her dreams, and she's mad at him all day up for it.
That
That's at max volume. Does Merciless sound quiet to anybody else?
He sounds normal to me.
No, he
Oh,
sounds
it's
fine.
Okay, cool.
Waymaker should suddenly tell me he turned me down. He's tired of me. I understand.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you can be very boisterous at times.
I feel like I
I
have to
turned you down to
adjust.
50% last week because whatever laptop mic you were using was it was
I
like
have to.
reverb
to-
echoey kind of, so it like amplified the sound.
Yeah, I have to adjust everybody's volume every time I come into Discord. My tism is just like, no, this person has to sound at this volume. That person's got to sound at this volume.
And sometimes it's just different days. Sometimes some people are just quiet that day, and I'm like, why are you suddenly quiet? You're one of the louder people here. And then I'm like, now what?
I don't think it's ever happened to me. I think somebody would check on me.
Also, this person in chat is just in VC is just like talking about topics that I'm really not interested in, so I turned them down to like 5%. And instead of leaving the call like an intelligent person, I was just like, I have control over your voice box. Silence.
I have been people,
Damn.
but people have put over my mouth when certain discussions I've talked about.
You could have just told me to be quiet, Waymaker.
I can't do that. That's
You
too
didn't have to
confrontational.
just turn me all the way down. Like,
That's too confrontational.
No, wait a minute. You could definitely be confrontational. You just choose.
I can. I just don't like to be because ugh. I hate
like rocking the
winning.
boat.
Okay, I hate winning.
I hate winning. Okay.
Mhm.
You hate winning?
Yes.
Oh, so you've
It's
just
fun.
you've let Crow win all the art contest?
If I win, Caped, the contest ends. If I lose, then she'll accept my challenge the next time.
This motherfucker is Zinch. And we love him for it.
Venom in chat. I'm in chat while Arcadum is gone. Just saying. Venom. That must be true because I tried to emulate your voice for sagas and I just couldn't figure out how to do your accent. I apologize. So instead, I made.
It's just a French accent. Like it's not hard.
It's a Moroccan accent. Could have been missed opportunity. I could have been so French. Next time I impersonate Willy, I will.
You could have
I will be
omelette
so
du
French.
fromage with your croissant.
Oh yeah, love it.
I'm
love
a
it.
fairy.
I'm Etheria.
Hit them with that je m'appelle Villy.
Willy. Oui, oui.
Un
Ho,
baguette.
ho, ho.
Oh, ho, ho. Allez voir.
I am a halfling. I eat many baguettes. Croissant.
Oh, happy birthday, Venom, my handsome man. I hope you're having a great birthday, buddy. We'll see you later, guy.
You
Yeah,
guys.
happy birthday.
And Venom,
Yeah.
being mod abused, there was a time I got bullied by mods. It's fine. It happens.
I'm not a we're
It's
not
not
mods.
mod abuse when it's deserved, Merciless.
That is
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Venom. Happy birthday to you, and many more.
Beautifully done.
I hope your country improves.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Wild.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Welcome
we just sang
Thank
happy birthday
God.
to Venom because we're all in
Save
chat.
us.
Closing stream now. Goodbye, chat.
Apparently, don't sound loud on stream. I don't know how to check that.
Arcadum probably turned you down on his end.
True.
Get him.
He's like, this motherfucker's on a laptop. Silence, poor.
Mm-hmm.
You could always lean in and just shout into your mic.
I adjusted it.
Okay. Hello? Check 1, 2. Hello?
Better.
Hi?
Good.
Oh my god.
Alright, where did Matheria's sweet Pegasus take us?
You tasted one? Do not lick the flying horse. Flo.
Okay,
Too late,
so
too
now
late.
I can
It's
finally do all this shit. Sorry. So many delays, so many interruptions. God. So frustrating. Anyway. In the aftermath of the encounter, as the demons rip towards the sky, those with wings, pelting after the Pegasi, the shining light that is Matheria's entourage leaves the demon wastes behind. It is difficult to say what happened next. The ground beneath you, flashing by in a rapid state, moving more quickly than you believe you've ever had before, the wind rushing through your ears and the shining light of the goddess almost seems like a dream. And then, whilst flying over the silver peaks, suddenly your stomach lurches as the goddess descends. The light from her brow and the shine from her sword diminishing slightly. She lands amongst the stones below. And there, on a mountainous ridge, otherwise unassuming, a copse of trees, tenderly and carefully looked after, you will find yourselves in a hidden shrine. One that the goddess enters with heavy steps and a steely gaze. Okay. Loading a map for you.
That was not on the bingo card.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? I was right. I said we'd land in the mountains.
I'm excited.
Yeah, bet.
I now have the rage. I now have the rage out of bingo night. This was not on one of my many bingo cards.
I once went
Well,
to
you
a
didn't
bingo
have
and
getting
there were
out of the
only
waste as a bingo option?
there were only 4 other people. I won 5 times.
Congrats, Waymaker. You win
Yeah.
everything. You champion.
Oh,
Bingo.
I lost lots of times, but I won 5 times because there were only 4 people there.
You know, you could have just stood up, challenged the Mortal Kombat and won more times.
I could have taken the whole pot. Could have
Yes.
done it.
Even if they won, you could have just walked up there and
Just
beat
take
them
it.
up. Exactly.
Just take it out of their hands like candy from a child. Yeah.
True.
Except I was like 14 and 4 foot nothing at the time. Yeah.
This is
Skinny little twig. I could snap back then me with an insult now.
But you know what? God created man, but Sam Colt created his equal. Okay? Use that.
I don't know who that is.
I don't understand that one either.
Create
If I have-
this!
It's the guy who made never mind. I'm not gonna go into a history lesson.
He made the Nevermind? That
yeah,
sounds
'cause
like
you're not a
an
history
Arcadum
teacher. You're a
boss.
math teacher.
Arcadum, can I
Stick to
marshal
math.
check? Can I marshal check the Nevermind?
I'm going to freak out.
We're here.
Alright, let me know when you're loaded.
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 Mm-hmm.
E.
Okay, let me play the theme for this place.
Loaded. Samuel Colt's the guy who made firearms, the first revolvers. Just so you guys know.
Oh.
Yes, I too watch Supernatural.
That's
I had missed his last name when you said it.
Flo leaves. Flo just walks
Good.
off a mountain
Finally.
for the third time in the
yeah.
campaign.
I kick Flo off his Pegasus to distract the demons.
All right.
Oh
here we
wait,
go.
his mask was torn off.
All right, serious time on the serious
Yeah.
face. Serious face.
In character.
Are we still unconscious?
Yes. If you are unconscious, then you're unconscious. Set yourself in the face down defense position.
Defense mode.
Hello.
That's face up,
Losers.
Waymaker. Face down.
No, I can't breathe if I'm face down.
You don't need to breathe.
Okay.
You're fine.
And so, Mytheria, their Pegasi, will enter a shrine hidden in stone. As you enter with her, the Pegasi will begin to go to places that looks as if they've been here before. Notches and places for their ropes to be tied. Mytheria will then turn towards Flo and will say, "Could you please gather the fallen?"
Of course. Then he will pick up Farron.
Ethos will help.
Going to bring them over here.
Oh God. Oh. There we go.
And then, as Mytheria walks to this spot, you will see that her light begins to flicker, and as she looks up, you will see that she takes a long moment staring at what appears to be a grave. She steadies herself with a breath, and then will turn to the others. She will point to Farron, and then will gesture for her to be placed upon this stone table.
He'll walk up and place her on the table.
And with that, Mytheria will place her hand upon Farron's head, slowly moving her hair from her eyes. Placing both of her thumbs atop Farron's forehead, and embracing the sides of her head with her hands. Mytheria will close her eyes and bow her head. You will see a flash of light begin to flicker from the goddess. As her eyes open, so too do Farron's. Rise. You are whole again.
Thank you, I suppose, my lady.
She will smile softly. She will then gesture towards Ginny. The halfling, please.
Ethos will place her up there.
Same as before. Placing her thumbs upon your forehead, cradling your head in her hands, he will bow her head. A flash of light. As her eyes open, so too. Rise. You are whole again.
My lady. Are we safe?
Yes.
Ginny will close her eyes and let out a breath that feels like she's been holding for a long, long time. Thank you. And she will give a shield salute and bow.
It is I that should thank you. All of you. Without your bravery and courage, I would have been trapped, unable to help, made to watch the burning of the world that I love. You have freed me from a prison of flesh. Her light will start to flicker. Though I may not be whole, you have given me a chance. Chance to make right what is wrong.
We only did what was expected of us, my lady. We knew what needed to be done. We knew we might not return. We also knew that it would be worth it. And we are happy for your presence.
There is yet more work to be done. But take this moment. Know that I am grateful. But know still that I see the weariness in your eyes. The cracks in your body. For one night, at least, I ask that you accept my grace. No, not unto fear, nor tired head, nor empty belly. For that which was remembered shall be reforged anew. The light within me flickers. There is yet enough for this. Etheria will hold her hand outwards. Magic will begin to form and forge around her. She summons tables, chairs, delicious food and flowing wine. A feast fit for heroes.
Ginny's eyes will well up with tears.
Come forth and eat, drink and be merry. For a moment, forget the pallors of war. For the devil's grin and the demon's laughter, they care not from rending flesh from bone, or soul from tenure, as much as they wish to destroy this. Moments of peace. Take them. They are yours.
Ethos will approach and take some of the food and just bow his head and just give a soft prayer. Something he hasn't done since they left the cast estate back in Dark Lake. Just bow his head. By the bounty of your light, I'm grateful for this meal. And then we'll do as she said, and feast. As everyone else stares at him, apparently.
Gideon will also approach Matheria.
She will look up.
I think now is probably a better time to hand this to you, and he'll pull out the rod. I know you probably don't recognize it in its current form, but it used to be an heirloom of your family's. It was a bell. And he'll hand it out to her.
You will take it, and you will see a soft expression move across her face. Remembrance.
And I guess I'll be a little brave in saying this, but you should really talk to your dad and your sister.
He will look at you confused. I have been imprisoned for some time. They... Oh, as if she realizes what you're referring to. I see.
Oh, well, I mean, they might not be alive, but they are somewhat alive, as I believe they were called risen. We did talk to them a little bit, and they were upset with some things. I don't expect you to explain. I'll leave that between you three. But yeah, I just thought I would let you know.
I thank you. There is much that I have yet to do. Questions that need answering. But for now, please, bestow yourselves.
They'll give her a slight bow. Thank you for the feast. And he will join Mythos in eating.
Ginny will undo the straps from her arm, from the shield that is kind of shattered. Drops them to the ground as she takes a seat. Time to eat. And drink, hopefully. What happened near the end? We fought hard, and next thing I know, we're here.
Mostly thanks to Galdrin, we were able to hold the demons back long enough for Matheria to summon her Pegasi. You and Farron had fell in battle. And we were able to grab you as we flew off. And we've been kind of flying very fast, a lot faster than I'm used to anyway. To get to here, where here is, I'm not really sure. Somewhere in the southeast, I believe.
Far cry from a tavern, but the food is good.
Well, it's a lot better than the food I've been making, so...
Yes, thankfully. Don't sell yourself short, though, Gideon. Every one of us has played a part in getting to this point. your food is just as useful as your sword arm. So bless you for that.
Appreciate it. And next time, you two do not get to decide the plan that we take.
I can't promise that I'm not going to do what I think is best. And she will throw a look over at Farron.
Farron is not looking at you.
Looks back down at food.
Gentlemen, since we made it out, I don't suppose you would give me back my personal effects, please?
Why, here's your rosary and your badge, Baron.
Thank you.
Are those letters you had given me?
Thank you.
Flo, being weirded out by being unmasked from people, doesn't react right away, and yeah, my bad. And will reach into one of his many pouches and pull out your stuff and hand it back to you.
Thank you. I must say, gentlemen, I am quite impressed. You managed to time that perfectly. Good job. And she gives them all a nod and does not partake in the food, but wanders off this way.
Aye. Good job, Gideon.
Well, if it hadn't been for Ginny and Farron making such a great distraction.
Aye.
I'm just glad we were able to get everybody out. We've had to leave enough people behind. I'd hate to have to do it again.
Aye, I know that feeling. Thank you, Maveria, for the food and drink. Much appreciated.
He will nod.
Flo will walk up. Not really sure what to grab for food. It's not really hungry, but doesn't want to not regard the words of Matheria, and will grab a couple pieces of what looks good, and doesn't want to drink in front of his goddess. When the one hand will grab the food, the other hand will reach into his pocket and pull out a mask, and will walk over here on the stone, and will sit and eat and contemplate. Whether or not he should put the mask back on.
So, Lady Matheria, what exactly is this place? Where are we? If you don't mind me asking. As he eats a bread roll.
One sec.
Mm-hmm. No, I get. She's eating too. I get it.
She will then answer. This is where my mentor was buried. The one who taught me the ways of the light. The one of which my light was first kindled.
May I ask who that was?
His name was Ogden. He was one of the dwarf folk from across the sea.
From Calcutta?
Yes.
Do you happen to know where? Because that's just so happens to be where I'm from as well.
From a place... What did he say? The home of the horse lords.
Dalton? Or Stettin?
Yeah, do you not actually know?
I'm pretty sure it was Stettin.
It's not.
It's
No? Oh god, what was
It's
it?
Dabarak.
It's that.
Dabarak.
Oh, Dabarak! Fuck. I was
It's fine.
You failed the challenge. You explode.
No!
Ha
I died. That was
Ex
embarrassing.
communicado!
I have shamed my god of knowledge. No.
Bless you, Cave. We love you, man.
Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, she will continue. From the land of the horse lords, Dabarak.
Interesting. And he'll grab it, break out his journal and write that down. Odin of Dabarak. Okay, got it.
Are none of you going to drink or eat?
Yes, we're
She's holding a mug.
I'm
Everybody grab a mug.
puts the journal
Not
back.
milk,
Grab-
Gideon.
Well, for one, there's not even milk on the table, Ginny.
Right. For good reason. Grab a mug.
Matheria will look down at Mythos and say, "Would you mind fetching the other one?" There are words,
my lady.
Chair.
Well, go look for Farron. Oh boy, he found her. Captain.
stop right there, criminal scum.
What is it, Mythos?
Theria would like to have a word with all of us. Doesn't.
Very well, I
Asked me to
suppose.
come gather you.
Lobos put his food down on the stone and will walk over with mask in hand.
For chat's sake, BAM! In case you didn't see it before.
That looks so good.
I love she's got the writings. It just reminds me of Astartes or Grey Knights. I think it's so cool.
As everyone gathers, he will gesture at the tables and chairs. I apologize if the custom seems strange, but to be properly remembered, I wish to make homage towards Ogden. From where he came from, he believed that one should only discuss important business when one is eating. Your wounds and your trials are deserved of at least a moment. And would that I would serenade you in song and splendor, to reward you for your bodies broken and weary. There is yet still more work to be done. Your freeing of me will no doubt have caused ripples within this world. there are preparations that should be made. But before we get into that, you have spoken of my family, risen by the old magic. Tell me, as her eyes slowly, almost somewhat desperately, begin to search your faces.
Bless you.
I'm still a little sick from yesterday.
Hmm.
Oh, good, brother.
God. Of course, it had to act up right then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell me, do the names Salturius, Esetario, Logan, do any of these names mean aught to you?
Not to me. The only ones that I'm familiar with of your family were just Atreus. That's the only one we really met.
Yes. Yeah.
Ethos pauses for a moment and will nod. Yes, I am somewhat aware of some of these names you have mentioned.
Aware?
Yes.
What do you
You
know of
know-
them?
He will look down at his robe that he's currently wearing and look back to her with a somber expression. I only know that they are the names of those that should have been forgotten, and the names of those who had fallen.
Her, her brow will furrow. Should have been forgotten. What do you mean?
Mythos has another pause, and when I acquired this robe, it took us to a place, a location on a hill, a sort of housing, and from there we were shown visions of colored entities and things that befell them there.
Yes, but we didn't learn their names, Mythos. We just saw the visions.
That was the information that was shared with all of us. But my mind is complex, and there are more things I sought to know there. And the essence of the memories there were strong enough that I was given information due to my prayers and due to my curiosity. I was given 7 names,
Should we?
one for each of the individuals we've seen. And he will look to Matheria with an
She will speak. You know of their names. Do you know
yes.
what happened to them, where they are?
Should we speak of this? Last time we witnessed anything about this, we were attacked by a visage of Matheria, who nearly slew us all.
What?
Die.
We were
Here we
attacked
stand.
shortly after this vision, my lady.
But you said by me, or a visage of me.
I believe it
a
was
stone-like creature.
grief.
Grief?
Regret. So strong that it manifested about us learning of
All right. As you
what you had
start
done.
as you start to speak about it, you will see that her left eye begins to flare with a violet light. She will hold her hand
Okay,
up
shut
to
it
her.
up now.
She will hold her hand up to her face. Wait. No. What were you saying?
He'll pull his journal back out. I wrote it down. Well, we saw a vision of a building in the demon waste surrounded by druidic stones that was on fire, but it wasn't regular fire. It was a violet fire. And when we walked in, all these different colored figures were just laying on the ground, and then a violet one dropped into a trap door. And when we followed the tracks to different areas, and we saw the violet figure interacting with the different other colored figures. Let's see, for the orange, you were speaking about something, and then you embraced each other, but then you had this terrible guilt upon your face as you were hugging. For the blue and indigos, they were dancing to this musical tune. I'm not really sure I recognized.
All right. Everyone else notices as Gideon starts
Mm-hmm.
mouthing off about everything that happened. Her eye begins to flare up again and again.
Gideon, stop.
Gideon, I don't think you should keep talking about this,
Hey,
brother.
lad, you better stop this. I don't like this.
Sometimes it's better to forget some things and forgive and move on.
I mean, she asked. I was just...
If she doesn't remember,
Remember what? Do not speak of me as if I am not here.
I think
my lady,
you killed your friends.
Hold.
Oh,
All right.
Well,
So, from this moment forward, I need to know who has seen the Violet Arc.
I have seen it.
Okay?
Raise his
I
hand.
have
I
not
have
seen
seen
it.
a good portion of it.
I have not.
I have.
Okay. Okay. So the only one who hasn't is Essie.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay. Essie nor Waymaker. What about you, Gazort?
I have. Yes.
Okay. When Gideon speaks the words, there is a flash of violet light. Metheria's eye becomes fully enveloped.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
I'm not trying to get VD'd, man.
I'm the one that's spitting truths here.
Hey, but we're all in the room, dog.
Yeah, we could have eased into that just a tiny bit, just trying to like I know
Y'all kept interrupting. All right, I was just reading the story.
Anyway,
Listen,
if I could have some quiet.
Mhm.
So, here's what's going down. Those of you that have seen the Violet Arc are hereby player locked. Therefore, cannot participate in the following scene as your traveler souls are wretched and jointed by the presence of the violet light. Enacted and enamored with the knowledge that they hold. Each of your characters' physical forms are overwhelmed by images that don't make sense, memories that are not their own, and knowledge that is not theirs to be gained. However, those of you that are unbound by the knowledge, Ginny and Farron, you will see before you Mytheria stepping forward, holding her hands up to the violet flaring eye. The light sifts and shifts around her, and within it, you can see, almost like looking through a window, the evidence of her soul, her memories, all that she had done and all that she had lived and witnessed, shattered and broken, twisted by guilt and regret, forgotten and enveloped by violet light. Within it, you could see, in its dance, the twisting feel and field of what Mytheria would be without the knowledge of her crime, and what Mytheria could be if she remembered. Two paths lie before you, one of knowledge and ignorance, one of redemption and faith. The two of you look around, but not through the eyes that you possess as Jenny and Farron, but as travelers' souls. And so, I beseech upon you, in this moment, a choice. A mere flick of the wrist, a movement of the hand of fate. For the violet light is in balance with the prism, and once again, it is mortal will that decides the fate of the turning of the colors. So, Essie and Waymaker, husband and wife,
Lamau.
shall Mytheria remember or forget?
I don't suppose we get more details on what either of those options entail, huh?
Correct.
Let me make my case. She should remember, because you can't help anybody if you don't know the flaws. You don't gain wisdom without making mistakes, learning from them, and then moving forward. You have to know what happened to be able to do that. An ignorant is of no help to anybody, ever.
We're out of character for this discussion, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You're both.
Hmm.
You are speaking as your traveler's souls.
Well,
Which are
honestly, I would agree with you, because not knowing, you can't ever learn from the past if you don't remember the past. I mean,
So I guess we're in unison there.
yeah, that was easy.
Couple old people, gosh.
Oh, I know, right? Like, remembering is hard, but if you try to change history, or if you try and write history out, then you're just doomed to failure again, and sometimes in a worse way. You gotta accept it and learn from it and maybe forgive and go on. Yep. I would say remember. What do you think, dear?
Yeah, no, remember. I'm with you.
Easy. So much easier.
So, to confirm, you have chosen that Mytheria remembers.
Yep.
Yep.
So be it.
Gideon was right.
Gideon was wrong in the way that he told her, but
No. Overall.
overall, Gideon's right. Yeah.
Always was.
And so, with movement of hands unseen, with threads of fate pulled and twisted, Mytheria remembers. Around her, violet light dances across the shrine. Slowly but surely, the light is drawn out of Mytheria. The violet light shines outward like a beacon, sifting and swirling, swifting and twisting, until finally the light that was trapped within her is freed, floating free, and slowly it shifts in towards the sky through stone and tree. A wind blows through the shrine, and as Mytheria opens her eyes once more, her hair parts, and her eyes are mortal again.
Oh.
And so, Mytheria falls to the ground, her knees striking stone, her eyes welling with tears pouring outward from her face and onto the stone. The weight of her guilt crashing once more upon her shoulders. Around her, you hear it, whispers. They begin softly, but they grow. And as each whisper comes, you begin to recognize them. Words whispered on soft breaths, routinely, in panic, in zealotous confidence. Prayers. The prayers come crashing down atop Mytheria. The weight of her followers' requests strike forth a mortal form. Her tears flow freely. Her gauntleted hands clasp over one another. She begins to pray, shifting through each request, responding as she. Pulse of light emanates from Mytheria once more, as the maiden weeps and listens.
lady. We'll stand there in stunned silence.
Should we do something, or do we just stand here?
I don't know.
This don't feel good to watch.
Guilt never feels good, Mr. Flo.
I'm aware of that.
Gideon
Ginny will step up, put a hand on her shoulder.
As you place your hand upon her shoulder, the voices become clear. You can hear it, mothers crying out to Mytheria that their children might be spared. The rod of the cruel church. You hear apostates, faithful to Mytheria, crying out, begging for mercy as they are dragged to the gallows before they are set aflame from that which was given by birth. You can hear proud fathers whispering praise in her name as they watch their sons being promoted. You hear the words whispered by her priests as two lovers are bound in her holy light forever.
What would you have us do, my lady?
Mytheria does not respond. You only hear the whispering beneath her breath. You will hear phrases such as, "For what you may need, so it shall be given. No, the way is too dangerous. Your sons shall be given healthy bodies," over and over. Mytheria attempts to answer the prayers of her people.
Should we all put our hands on her and try to help her out?
Ginny will give you a glance.
Listen, I'm just trying to be helpful. I don't know what to do.
Mr. Flo, I don't think anyone can tell you what to do in this instance. And I will focus on the voices.
Flo will put his hands on her shoulder and do what Ginny is doing.
Same. He'll approach and put his hand on the other shoulder.
I don't know if I can help much, but sure.
Seeing
Where?
Farron over there. Farron?
Mm.
Oh no, once your hand's on the shoulder, your eyes are shut.
Oh,
Yeah, we're in.
You're in the fucking juice, kid.
What are Mytheria's hands doing right now?
Clasped over one another.
In her lap?
No. In front of her, steeple style.
Mm.
You know, like nun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Where they're holding the rosary and shit.
Farron will come up and kneel in front of Mytheria. And with one hand on her own rosary, she will put her hand on top of Mytheria's praying ones.
Right, so you guys did choose the Guardians of the Galaxy path. Excellent. Let me open those notes.
Good call.
Hey, we had the good ending.
We don't know
Maybe.
that.
we all disintegrate in violet light. Whoop, whoop.
Damn.
We had the good ending, guys. There's 100 more
The
pages in the
violet
book.
went back into the sky, you know.
Hey, listen, if we have to have a dance off to
All right.
save the galaxy.
Listen
Hang
up.
on.
So here's what's going down. You have chosen to aid Mytheria in her mortal burden. So, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to have you make a shit ton of checks. I will be keeping track of your successes versus your failures. Once we have gotten to the end of these prayers, depending on how much you are able to assist Matheria, will depict whether or not she is able to overcome the burden of divinity that is being shoved into her, or if she will break and shatter. I cannot stress enough how important this next scene is. For those of you that don't know how I rule divinity and how it all actually works, this is a great opportunity for me to go into detail. In World of Verum and in how I do everything, once you are in the dream, if you have enough will and belief, you can manifest things as you see them. Basically, if you want it enough, you'll conjure it. Well, prayers, faith, is the minutest sliver of that same potential that you possess while awake. Now, while this particular sliver can take the form of bending, or twisting, or subverting the whim of fate, especially if you have a potent enough soul to do so, inspiration. It is also the source of energy from which all deities derive their strength. To become a deity in Verum, enough people must believe that you are one. And then you are one. For those of you that know Warhammer rules, everyone is an orc. To give you
Everyone
an
is.
Roger.
Mhm.
To give you an idea.
And because the full party went in, that increases our orky chances, I imagine.
Well, we'll get to that part.
Hopefully.
So, as I was saying, because of that, most deities accumulate these beliefs over a short amount of time, or they go through a very special process in which they ascend to deityhood through a singular act. However, there is a shared deity, a source of deitic power, that most heroic individuals can call upon. It is the power of the Seven, the representation of the indomitable spirit of hope that is reflected through traveler souls. Theria was once such a personage. However, as you have chosen to allow her to remember, and the powers of the violet rescinded, sent back to the prism to be balanced once more, all of the deitic strength and expectation that had been heaped upon Matheria that was kept in check and kept stable by the violet's presence has now been rescinded. The crushing weight of such expectation, power, and force smashes into Matheria's body all at the same time. So, by putting your own hands upon her shoulder to offer to help lift her burdens, if you are able to make enough successes in order to lighten her load, she may yet survive. If you are successful, and Matheria survives this second awakening, she will become Matheria, the Blue Pantheon goddess, and will officially enter the Pantheon, which comes with a whole bunch of shit.
That's big.
Should you fail, however, she will be shattered and broken, and lost as she once was before. So,
That's bad.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, guys.
Thank God we got Galdrin here, right, guys?
Yeah, right? Galdrin
He'll
gonna
carry
carry?
us all to safety.
Man,
you'll save us, won't you, Galdrin?
You are the one.
Totally. Oh no.
Channel the dwarven power of her mentor.
Oh, no.
Puts
Can I
on
have
his
a-
Neo sunglasses because he is, in fact, the one. Yes.
can I have
Okay,
a paladin
so-
back so I have a better faith roll?
So, this is how we're going to do this. Everybody's going to roll character level checks. That's all it is, just character level checks. The DC will start at a certain amount, and it will get harder each time. And we're just going to go all the way through it until I stop. And then I will go back and I will compare your successes and failure. To be clear, to get the best ending, you are going to need to succeed more than you fail. And the degree of which you are successful will determine how much of her divinity is able to be sequestered. Oh boy! Here I go killing again.
Hopefully not.
If Arcadum, if she shatters and we're with her, do we go with her? Or is that we find out if it comes to that?
I guess you're gonna find out, huh?
We'll see. I guess hopefully we're not going to find out.
You see,
We're not going to
the
lose.
beauty of that, Merciless, is that you knowing about what's going to happen doesn't actually change it at all.
Yeah.
Hey,
You in this, brother?
a character level check is D20 plus level, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
plus, it's totally +9 since we obviously leveled
it's all plus
defeating
8.
all those demons.
Come on.
Here we go!
Do we get to use Traveler Souls during this? Or can we use the 8 of our Traveler Souls in this?
You will make rolls until I tell you otherwise.
Roger.
Alrighty. Here we go! Everyone! Character level check, DC 15.
Hey, nat 20, let's go. Galdrin nat 20, let's go.
There's Galdrin.
Oh, dang it.
Fuck.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. Separation. Alright, another round, DC 16.
Yeah, there we go.
Four successes again. Okay, still doing good.
I'll just do it this way. It's gonna be way easier to do it this way. Okay. Another round, DC 17.
Ugh.
Nat 20, baby, let's go!
Yeah. Rock on.
Do we want to use... Are we able to use inspiration for one of these?
Negative.
Arcadum?
These are
Negative? Alright, cool.
clashes.
Alright,
Mm-hmm.
just making sure.
DC 18.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Another Nat
Yeah,
20!
Flo!
Let's go!
Galdrin had the nat 22.
Yes, Galdrin did.
I'm so glad that I suggested this and I'm rolling not too terrible. I feel awful.
I mean, if you weren't going to suggest it, I was going to suggest it. So, it's all good, buddy. We must be Samwise Gamgee and offer to share the load.
Oh, I just rolled 2 Nat 20s in a row.
Dang it.
I could
Okay,
do it.
next one, DC 19.
Oof.
Oof.
Hang in there.
At least we had one success.
DC 20.
Ugh. Yeah.
Alright.
I think we got it.
Focus on the path ahead.
As you place your hands upon Mytheria, you feel the crashing burden that she holds. The light flickers within her, an ember of divinity, one naturally born by such a soul. The crashing of the requests, the feel of their words washing over you like an ocean, or even a fraction of such things, is a weight you can barely even comprehend, let alone shoulder. For as hard as you try, you are but mortal. Lady Mytheria's light shines, flickering, sun at dusk. However, there is but a well of strength within you, one that was yours to earn, but one you must now decide. You could choose to continue to aid Lady Mytheria. Continue to aid her burden. But doing so will dull your mind and weaken your body. You will be denied your next level. It must be a unanimous decision.
My life for my goddess.
Hey,
I think we send it, boys.
I'll give up all 8 of my levels.
Hey, let's do it.
Yep.
Agreed.
Faith over flesh.
Faith over flesh.
I didn't quite hear your response as.
Oh, I said yes.
So be it.
The music change.
All right, let's do it. DC 15.
Yeah. Mythos.
Let's go, guys.
Yo,
We all
full
succeeded.
success.
Let's go.
Can finally get to listen to the music.
DC 16.
Get it. Galdrin, believe.
$17.
Ugh.
Man, that one to
Still got 4 successes. Still doing
Hang in there,
well.
Gideon. We can do it.
$18.
Yeah.
Fuck. Still 4 successes.
$19.
That was bad.
Give your hearts.
One final time.
Successes at least. We definitely got more successes.
Okay, rolling bursts. You rolled a total of 10 natural 20s.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Etheria will roll then. Ten shots.
Come on.
Only 3 bad rolls in that.
No nats.
Yeah, no nats. Mostly solid rolls though.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god.
Mytheria rises. Your hands wearied, your bodies broken, your souls worn. Mytheria rises. And that which was once lost to violet light takes her first step towards the Blue Pantheon.
Let's fucking go.
Fuck yeah.
1 second.
We did it, boys!
We did it!
Give your hearts.
This music's so fucking good, by the way.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's
Oh
her.
man, that
it-
slow swirl is really trippy.
it's her battle theme.
I get to experience it because last time I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's a fucking bop, dude.
Oh shit! Okay, so I got some shit to go over with you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Alright, unfortunately, I will not be granting you level 9.
Oh.
Understandable.
I will,
We
however,
gave
be
that up.
granting granting you sainthood. So,
Oh!
You know, acceptable.
Fair
I'll
trade.
take that.
I'll take
Fair
it.
trade.
alright. So, we have a lot to go over, but first, you have successfully, by going the Guardians of the Galaxy route, have unlocked the final chapter of the Dark Sermon. The Dark Sermon, the Six Saints.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so ambition
Wow.
turns to wisdom, and 5 becomes 6. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got some shit to do. Okay, so this is how this goes down. Mytheria becomes an official Blue Pantheon deity, which means I actually have to ascend her to that.
Mhm.
And that'll be a permanent change for good.
I knew it.
So
That's awesome.
Yes.
Shit.
So much like the, there's been another deity that's been ascended in the same way by players. Well, not I say recently, but within the last 10 years or so, and that was Krovix.
In Krovix.
Or not Krovix. I'm sorry. Crowley. Excuse me.
Crowley.
Not Krovix.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was a. Whew.
A battle boy.
Ooh, whoops.
I might have to go watch that. Man, we did it, boys.
Okay, so with Mytheria's ascension. Oh God.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there's just a lot I gotta go over. But essentially what's going to happen is, I'll just give you a quick rundown. The Dark Sermon, the Six Saints, will be your final chapter in preparation for the ending of Corvanus and all of that. But essentially, the campaign has now shifted from Mytheria taking her rightful place on the Blue Pantheon and being an appropriate goddess in her own right. And as such, your campaign will be the retaking of the Pale City from the false saints and the false mother that holds Mytheria's divinity in her hands. The banishing
Yes.
of the banishing of the sickness that therein lies, and the return of the maiden.
Fantastic.
We're gonna siege the city.
Pretty good stuff.
We did it, Patrick. We saved
We're gonna do what Telry promised to do 3 seasons ago.
Hey, yo, Telry, you need a hand?
Now I get to correct all that shit that the dogmatic church has been just lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Finally, their ignorance will be purged.
Point to set the target.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, and I also get to do the Carter bit too.
Mhm.
That's
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
awesome.
We should probably go tell Carter we succeeded.
Hey, Carter, Trent, we did it. Here she is.
It's going to be an interesting
Jaws
conversation
drop.
with Cass. Flo's going to have a very interesting conversation with Cass. No.
Man, I'm just kind of chilling for a second. Sorry, guys.
No,
We're vibing.
I'm
No,
basking
we're
in the
vibing.
glory of our success right now.
I'm just kind of.
Glorious.
Thank you, RN Jesus, for blessing our rules.
I just got
Yes,
to.
thank you.
I just got to see a pretty big payoff. It feels good.
Feels very good.
Rad.
Mm-mm.
Fuck
Vibing.
yeah, dude. And also about that time, so also Void should be finishing up the cathedral goddess art of Mytheria, which we'll be using as well.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys are gonna need new season art.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Did Casey
Waymaker.
just finish it like 2 weeks ago? No.
Yeah, no, I just had Casey redo it.
Just have him swap the title out. It's fine. It's on another layer, right, Casey?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
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 Well, only true artists use a single layer. Waymaker.
Well,
Yeah, that's a
I'm
fucking
sorry
lie.
that I'm sorry I'm an amateur, Caped. I can't
That's a
possibly
fucking
compare
lie,
to you.
dude. I have not met a single artist that uses digital media that doesn't use a single layer. That's
Caped, Arcadum, have you seen Caped Fish's comic fan art?
yes.
It's wonderful.
It's-
Did he do
All
it in
done on a
paint?
single layer.
He did on a single layer,
wow,
like
It only
just
has
a single
one
artist.
layer, huh?
Like a real artist
Oh,
with his,
golly.
with his crayons and his sidewalk chalk.
Hey!
Only one
you
layer
said
there.
in crayon. I did
I
it.
did.
In crayon.
Exactly.
I did
It's
as
beautiful, and I
commissioned.
love it. It's beautiful, and I love it.
Man. God, I have so much fucking writing to do.
That's the fun part, Arcadum. You
yeah,
love
yeah,
writing.
yeah. It's just, it's fuck, man. I'm really happy though. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
So to watch something, plan out from the beginning and then just watch it get there is really great.
Actually get there. Yeah.
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 A good time.
Do we get wings now that we're saints?
What do you mean? I already have wings. I don't need more wings.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
No.
We all want to fly at speed, Gideon. Okay, leave us alone.
Uh,
But if I get wings, I could actually be Saint Beckman. I
Yeah,
could
or
fly.
I'll just make you guys biblically accurate angels.
You know how
Oh, no.
badly,
You know the eyeballs.
Nobody wants
you know
biblically
badly
accurate angels.
Merciless's traveler soul has wanted wings since the
Oh,
beginning.
dude, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Like, please give me wings so my other character, the Orc Man, could be happy instead.
So you want to buy
Fancy Cape
like
not have a slow fall or glide speed?
have a strange impression,
Batman
but I know that man. Nice wings. I wish I had them.
Nice wings.
I mean, he has Paul to ride on, but I don't know
That's
if Paul's
right.
reach.
no, he doesn't. Paul can't fly.
Paul
Yes,
can't
Paul
fly.
to
He has
toss into
greater
the
He's
air.
too fat to fly. You had to
first
hold him.
First of all, Paul can fly, just not with his wings.
You have to throw him.
Second, mind your business.
I
Don't
love
worry
Paul.
about what Mikhail's doing.
I do. What?
Stay
Bro,
in your fucking lane.
constantly, he's
He
worried
got
about what
some in
Mikael
Greater
would do.
Paul. Paul got fatter.
Raider Paul.
I think about what Mikael does all the time.
No, his mount is Crabopolis.
Is anyone interested in knowing what Donnie Ogerson is doing?
So interesting.
Oh, Donnie.
Bro, what is his...
How does Donnie feel
Ogerson.
now that Matheria's light has graced this continent in
Donnie
full
Ogerson,
capacity?
am ready to worship.
We love that man.
Oh, he was such a great NPC.
And then he disappeared!
No, he didn't. He stayed behind.
I, Donnie Ogerson, will use the power of Sugoi.
Listen,
so
everybody in
funny.
Dark Serpent knows how much I yearn to see Mikael on the screen, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, yearn these nuts.
No.
So Arcade, what does sainthood mean for us?
So essentially, this is what's going to go down. Your last two levels in the game space will be replaced with Sainthood, which has some pretty nifty, cool things that come with it. It's my experiment for story classes, which is something I'm considering doing in Alien class.
Okay.
Which are essentially
Welcome to the beta test.
like little miniature classes that are like they're not meant to, they're not like build aroundable, not really, right? They're like, how could I explain this? I wanted there to be something that could replace a level but not interrupt a build chain, I guess. Kind of. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, it's essentially capstones. I know can sometimes not fit characters, no matter how well I make them. So what I thought was I could do like a legacy sort of thing, like a legend or an ascended sort of class. I'm just calling it story class for now, but essentially it replaces the capstone with something that you earned in the story. It's
So cool.
what I'm considering is in Alien class, since it's up to 10th level and you get your character path every 3 levels. I was thinking about making the 10th level itself just an ascendancy class. So like your capstone level is like pick one of these crazy things, and pick
Damn.
that, right? At least that's something I'm contemplating. As
Cool.
anyway, sorry, I'm just yapping to myself now. But yeah, that's what's coming up. So Sainthood comes with a lot of stuff. There'll be different kinds of saint. Like there's Steel Saint, Shadow Saint, and there's something else for the magic casters. I can't remember what I called it. It's Steel
Ageless?
Saint, Shadow Saint.
Shadow Saint, yes.
EU.
Solace Saint and Solemn Saint, I think, are the other ones. But anyway,
Cool.
like it's still got some work to be done and preparations to be made. But in either case, it'll replace your final couple levels. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Cool.
You guys did it.
Cool.
You made it to
Yeah.
the
We
end
did it.
of Hail Mary.
Time
We
to
won
actually
Corvanus. We made our goddess real. We win.
You not only released Matheria, but you also restored her divinity. Which is... Oh boy!
As we chill out after this, I will raise a glass to make a
Would her
toast.
divinity technically be more powerful now that she's like a singular entity god rather than just one of the 7?
Yeah, that's the point. Well, it's not about more powerful, it's that she actually is one.
She's consistent.
Rather than just a part of the 7, she's an actual blue pantheon deity.
The god of humans.
No, there's already a god of humans, it's Cassius.
Ah,
I haven't
Who's
decided
got
what
a
to make
Corvana?
her yet. I was thinking about doing conviction, maybe? I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
I have
I
to
wonder
come up.
how Rune Theris feels.
he's really
I guess
happy
I'll
for
have to
Gideon
ask him.
for cleansing the ignorance of this continent by bringing the continent's goddess to actual
So,
fruition.
funny story. If Gideon had voted ignorance and you guys had done it, he would have lost his powers.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that, by the way.
Uh-huh. He started the whole, hey, let's tell you everything. He was on par.
Yes.
He was
I
doing
think
God's
all
will.
of us were, well, half of us originally wanted to tell her. Some people didn't want to originally, but then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
What's
only
the
did he
big-
serve
Yeah,
a
I'm still-
god of
I'm
knowledge,
still,
but he did not like not knowing who he was. That
Mhm.
sucked.
Yeah,
He would not
still-
wish that upon anyone.
Still thinking about what I want to do for her, but anyway, good stuff, guys. That's all I have for you for right now.
In that
That's a
case,
good ending point.
Yeah, I will need to write, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna be ready next week. That's how much I have
Okay.
to do.
That is fine.
The week
That is
after
fine.
that, I should be good to go for you guys to start your final chapter. Man, we're
In
already
that
on
case-
final chapters.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah. As we drink and as we eat, does anyone want to hear the halfling story that I was telling myself while I was being tortured by that bitch?
Oh yeah, that can pad the extra hour and a half. They were like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
can we
this is a
RP
halfling
for an
story."
hour?
Sure, please talk to me about your halfling story.
That's right. I was focused. I was driven. I was ignoring that nasty tongue in my mouth as I drink deep. And Ginny will step up and stand amongst her fellows with a drink in hand. There was once a bee that lived in a forest.
Oh god.
This was not your ordinary bee, though she was very smart, philosophical even. One day, she finally got fed up with her repetitive, insignificant life and decided that she would leave the hive, her family, her entire close-lit bee community, and she would go out into the world and make something of herself, just like the humans do. So, the bee enrolls in the Grand Pale City School and passes with flying colors. Remember, this is a very smart bee. She gets her primary level diploma in under 3 years with incredibly high grades, nearly flawless.
What?
And after high school, believe it or not, the bee gets accepted into the Holy Light Academy. This proves to be no challenge for our heroine as she graduates in just 2 years, again with perfect scores on the proctor's list and all the honors that one could acquire. Not to mention all the clubs and sports she was in, the shouts of many town criers, rowing, student government, all those things. The fact that she was by far the most popular student on campus despite being a humble bee. Even the proctors looked up to her. She goes on to get her masteries not only in the shield, but the sword and the eye as well. And when she finishes her education, the bee faces a bit of a dilemma. How does she apply her knowledge now? Where does she go from here? This was about the time where I was picked up and kissed with acid and a barbed tongue. Anyway, she decided then, the bee, to try out politics. And after all, she was very popular throughout school, and she did very well there in the school government. So then she went on to run for mayor of a smaller town on the Pale City outskirts. Wins in a landslide, she greatly reforms the city, fixing virtually all of its major problems. After 7 years, the bee passed the baton of leadership to another. She was essentially solved everything that could be done in her tenure. Even her successor is saddened by the bee's departure, but they all know what must be done. There must be change, lest the bee be seen as unwilling to give up her power. A negative trait, naturally, she couldn't have that. This was about the time where Farron popped my arm clean out of my socket, which sucked, but I tried my best to focus and get back to the story. And so I continued as back at her vacation home in Saphira, her first day after leaving office, the bee looked back on her long and fruitful life. She realized that she hadn't been back to her hive at all since that first day she left. She suddenly felt a twang of guilt as she realized how much she missed her parents and her many brothers and sisters. So she heads back to the hive, looking more worn out than she remembers. She goes inside and greets her family, who are overjoyed at the sight of her. She talks about how her life is gone, and her family listens in wonderment. And this is about the time where Gideon, you stepped up on stage and unleashed Matheria on the demon horde, and then we started to escape, so I didn't have to focus on it anymore. But there is an end to this story, so I'll continue. And she'll take another swig. Eventually,
Jenny, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
You saw me walk off.
Yeah. Hey, Flo, I'm telling a story. Get a drink. Put some food in your mouth.
Lord have mercy.
You tall, slender elf. Participate.
Okay.
Where was I? Okay. Eventually, the bee decides that she is thirsty, so she decides to visit the old watering hole she remembered. Once she gets there, though, there's an extremely long line. She decides it's worth the wait, so gets in line. 1 hour, 2 hours. This is the slowest moving line she's ever seen. With her studies and all of her, earned knowledge, she calculates that it would be a few days before she gets to the front of the line, so she decides it's not worth it. She decides to get some cider to drink instead. And, what do you know, another long, huge line of people waiting for cider. And so, she remembers one other drinking area that never had a long line, the fruit punch. So she decides to go get punch. She arrives, and lo and behold, Mr. Flo, there was no punch line. And she will take a big drink of her mug and sit down to get some food as she laughs her head off, and it is time to enjoy the party.
Matheria loses her divinity.
Yay! The power of the halfling!
I don't even think, Jenny, I gotta be honest, I don't even think the torturing lasted that long. How?
I was trying to focus, so I was repeating it quickly in my head.
Gideon will take a sip of his drink. Well, I mean, at least it was better than the better Nate than Lever one.
Oh, that one was good, Gideon. It's good that you remembered.
Everywhere you go, everywhere you see.
Flo definitely needs a drink after hearing the story. he will take a drink, chug it, pour himself another one, and will look at the mask in his hands, look at Matheria returning to godhood, and will realize that he has finally made recompense for his family's failures, and will put down the mask. I no longer have to wear that. I think I finally made good on my family's name. And will no longer don the mask.
Wow.
He is forever Ben Affleck. And not Batman.
No.
Yeah.
You don't get to be Ben Affleck. Tell you what, you can be Martin Short. How about that?
Oh, well, the character he's based off
I
of...
don't care.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
But that's not... Who have... Good. Anyway.
That's a good roll.
Let's go walk. Just walk off.
Actually, no. And he thinks about going over to talk to Farron, but
doesn't because she's stinky.
I'm in a good mood right now, and I'd like to stay that way. I'm gonna go over here and sit next to Galdrin instead. He's always cool. Is he drinking?
And then that's when all
Oh, yes, he is.
Galdrin!
For the biggest tankard possible.
Galdrin!
There.
Drinking challenge. You and me.
Oh, are you sure you want to do that?
I think that's a bad idea, Jenny.
Try me.
Are you sure that's okay?
Blow you in?
Flo will appear behind you because you didn't know him. I don't think you could beat a 40 on a stealth check. I don't think you should challenge him to a drinking game.
Why not? It's fun.
He's a dwarf. You'll lose.
That's a little racist.
That was very racist.
Flo, after all we've been through, do you think that I am the type of woman who stops at the idea of probably losing?
Okay, fair enough.
We have stepped into the demon wastes. We have sung a song that sent us halfway across the world. I gave up everything for this chance. And you think losing a drinking contest to a friend scares me?
Of course it doesn't scare you. I mean, we did just look down the jaws of demons and overcome it.
She'll reach over to a large mug and fill it and hand it your way.
Okay, I guess I'm in this now. I wish I had my grit.
I wish I had my grit so that I could cheat.
So we doing con saves with increasing DCs?
Yeah, that's fine. Was it you failed 2? You're drunk.
DM, tell us. Do we fail too?
Fine. DC 15 goes up by 1 each time. When you fail 2, you're unconscious.
Okay. All right. We're drinking. I'll take my mug. And here's saving throw 1.
Ethos will watch over them just to make sure they don't.
Nice.
Slams that mug down on the table to refill.
Well then.
Hello there.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Refills.
Kenobi.
Does Aldrin get advantage for being a dwarf?
No.
Aw.
Where's that?
Why
extra
did
plus
Jenny
1
roll
coming?
charisma anyway? I'm not.
Is charisma? Oh,
I'm not
I didn't need to roll
following.
Charisma.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
dumb.
nat 20 anyway.
It's still a nat 20.
I know.
Nat
I'm just.
20. It's a wisdom saving throw, right? Okay. Not
She's
wisdom.
like-
I'm stupid. Come on.
She's like, roll con, rolls charisma. Hey,
Rolls charisma.
hey,
Typical
Ah.
Lantern
Holy-
Bridge.
Well,
Now that.
round 2.
that 2 nat 20s in a row.
You dare call me a cheat? I'll show you.
Yep, there it is.
And
Hello.
Ethos
Typical
will recover the elf that has
Materia bless the weak constitution of elves.
He will drag him over here.
Mama,
My mug.
Mama, I miss the gumbo, Mama. And fucking just fall. He'll roll over to his side so he doesn't throw up on him.
Very good. Barely feeling it. How about you?
Hey, this stuff is not bad, but doesn't hit the spot just right yet.
You would say such a thing of Matheria herself's drink?
I'm feeling the twisting reefs.
Hey, she does.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they both
Whoa.
failed. Oh.
Both failed.
Oh no.
Okay, so that one, it might have been a little something in that one, I think.
Hey, that got me.
Maybe.
God.
Can we do stealth checks?
Baby, come back. You blame it all on me.
How about we have a stealth check off?
Hey, you could have made
You know-
stealth checks to try and pour out the drink and not drink it and pretend you were actually good.
That's sleight of hand.
You know, Galdrin, my
Almond roll. Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
a lot of my family are they're what you call a false child halfling. They can't grow beards, but you know, yours looks very handsome. As I will drink again.
You
Good.
don't look bad yourself, Ginny.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he's
Ah,
Goo goo gaga.
what's the DC at now?
This will be 20, I think.
19. This is 19.
19.
Oh, this is 19?
Yeah, I think the next roll's 20.
All right.
I miscounted.
Well, no, they've only rolled 3.
Look at that flow over there. He's on the ground. He's got no beard at all.
Hey, he's a bit of
None.
a skinny one.
This should be 19.
The least he could do is grow his hair out, you know, like long or tall, you know. In some cases, it's
Hey,
pretty
he
good.
needs a Slayer Hawk and he'll be set. Trust.
He would. He really would, but I don't.
He'll be fucking set, mate. It's
don't know
fine.
I don't know that a Slayer Hawk would quite do him justice. It might. It might.
He'll
It
get,
might.
he'll get a low taper fade.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Another.
No,
Oh no.
Oh, there they both go.
Jay will fall asleep at the table, pounding that mug on the surface.
Imagine if Jesus had a low taper fade.
Gordon takes a big large swig
Blah,
from
blah,
his
blah.
bottom of his tankard, falls back unconscious.
Ah,
Puts
good.
them on their side so they don't choke to death.
Now I can be unconscious again. Just like God intended.
Wait,
And then Mythos will
okay,
drink one
Yeah.
How long do I?
and
how
also
long
start to get woozy.
Do I only sleep?
Actually, you know what? Let me do that at
4 hours?
disadvantage.
I'm sorry,
Let me
what?
take the low.
Oh god.
What was that, Flo?
Because I'm unconscious, do I just like recover in like 2 hours because I'm a wanderer and then wake back up, or am I just knocked out for the 8?
Sure.
Okay.
Mythos is unconscious too.
No, that was one beer at disadvantage.
Oh.
Because that's the first. This is the first alcohol he has drinking.
Oh god, he's a lightweight. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
And now he's all.
I shall teach you the
He
ways.
enjoyed the festivities, but he was not going to try and compete. But drinking in camaraderie as he starts to get woozy.
Do you think Bavaria will think I'm cool if I drink?
As he speaks to himself because everybody else is unconscious.
Funk shoe.
Bavaria,
so handsome.
Bavaria.
Me.
My dog has been going nuts this entire
What about these two? What are they talking about?
Oh,
and
sure.
down.
Go ahead.
Farron? Why are you out here all by yourself?
What does it matter, Gideon?
Oh, this sounds serious.
I mean, I figured you would want to celebrate the return of Matheria.
Hmm. Yes, I suppose that is worthy of celebration, but I find I have no appetite.
Something on your mind?
Is him.
Perhaps too many things.
Kiss the girl. Sorry. Shut up. Everyone shut up. Stop.
I don't suppose you have a light, do you? And she holds out the one LP curio that you gave her way back in Dark Lake.
It's time to smoke. Smoke.
Just like does the whole like checking for the lighter by like tapping his like and goes into his pocket. He'll break out the flint and steel.
Does she have to roll Constitution, or she gets addicted to cigarettes?
I prefer pipe smoking generally, but I suppose since this is all I have on the road, thank you for giving it to me so long ago.
You're welcome. So, well, I mean, the best way to get things out of your head is to speak them aloud.
I find myself even at a loss for words. What can I say that would change what I have done? Rescuing Matheria, giving her back her memories, helping her re-achieve divinity. That is expected. That was the plan, and what I was going to do. The job successfully completed. But sainthood, Gideon, continuing to be a part of this team, I do not understand how I am worthy of such a title, or how to proceed forward.
Well, I can answer that for you now. You're not.
Precisely.
None of us are. But the trick is, earn it. Just like I think Matheria needs to earn her divinity. There's a lot of things that need to be corrected, fixed, brought into the light. But stuff like that takes time. And now we at least have a good direction that we can take things.
You do, yes. I do not know that any of my problems can be fixed. I've never been entirely confident in that. In forgiveness, yes, but fixing them, earning them, as you said? No. And when it comes right down to it, I fear I may have lost the last vestige of humanity I possessed, back in the waste. I don't even know why I was brought from there. What if it's impossible for reconciliation, Gideon? I know that none of you have appreciated my leadership, or even my company. I suppose I could stay out of duty, seeing Matheria in her rightful place, taking back the city. But I fear that it would put too great a strain on everyone else if I stayed.
I mean, have you even asked for forgiveness? And then maybe the reason you feel so much like an outcast is because you made yourself one. You chose to walk away from us and come out here instead of celebrating with us. It's kind of hard to be included when you exclude yourself. Nobody asked you to leave. We would all love it if you stayed and joined us.
I do not believe that to be so, Gideon.
Again, you never even asked.
No, I didn't.
Well then, Farron, will you like to join us and celebrate the return of Matheria?
Perhaps?
Well then, come on. He'll hold out a hand.
Gideon,
Yes.
my anger is a mask that I have hidden behind out of necessity, because without it, I'm just scared.
Well, bottling up anger and fear is no way to deal with it. It doesn't go away unless you deal with it.
And you think celebrating is the appropriate way to deal with such a thing? Celebrating is the appropriate way to deal with the sins I committed, even to rescue Matheria?
No. But you gotta start somewhere. So why not, as we return, talk to Ginny? You did kind of do some fucked up things.
I don't know that I have the strength, Gideon. I know I crossed a line, and some of that, which I dealt out to her, was deserved, but if she doesn't forgive me, which of course I'm not expecting, I might even appreciate the irony of her hatred. I don't understand how I could be part of the team if it was not unanimous. Would you forgive me?
As an old friend would say, I forgive you. Just don't fucking put me in that position again.
Which position?
The position of where I have to stab a goddess in the chest with a prismatic shard to prevent both of you from being demon food for the rest of your existence.
Ah, well, I suppose that's least likely to happen.
Yeah, I think from now on, I'm going to come up with the plans. Because those were terrible fucking plans.
Admittedly, my plan was just to save the rest of it all from going to pot after Genevieve's own mistake, but...
Yeah,
You know
two
what?
wrongs don't make a right, Farron.
Yours was well timed.
Yeah, that's probably the only good thing that came from that was the distraction.
But the fact that you did it at all, I know I gave permission begrudgingly, but you went and did it, and it was the right choice, and I acknowledge that.
Well, I did hesitate there for a second because you did say to wait till things really got bad. But then I remembered, I don't give a shit what you think. So I just did it anyway.
And you're certain, even with your forgiveness, that we can still be a team with that vast amount of disrespect you're showing me. She takes the final drag on her LP Curio.
I mean, that's up to you.
Their hand rolled.
I'm just an apostate.
I'm just a sinner. She will take your hand and stand up.
I'll pull her up. Let's go. And I'll drag her back to the fucking party.
Now, kiss him! No, I'm just kidding.
Now kiss.
That was good. I like that.
Now stumble upon your party with half of them knocked out.
They're unconscious. Matheria is praying in the middle with a soft smile on her face, while the rest of them are just passed the fuck out.
Well, looks like you got some reprieve on that apology.
Oh, goody. More time to think about it. Lovely.
Well, you can not think about it by drinking.
I suppose. Was the food good?
Yes, it was 100 times better than what I have been feeding y'all.
I liked your porch. Was there any, dairy?
Not that I could see.
I actually enjoy this.
Ask the goddess for milk.
Gluten-free Matherians? Oh no.
There was one giant cheese wheel, but it mysteriously disappeared.
Guys,
Nobody knows what happened to it.
Guys, I used meta
Oh,
magic
sorry.
to cast gluten-free vegan heroes feast.
Flow.
What a terrible nightmare.
The cheese is enormous.
We'll grab a big plate and 2 tankards. Pass one to Gideon. I don't suppose you'll join me.
Sure. He'll take the tankard. To a brighter future full of knowledge.
Is this magic gluten-free?
All magic is gluten-free, Arcadum. It's magic.
She hesitates to accept the toast. Gideon,
Yes?
what if I change? What if I'm no longer strong enough to bring about this brighter future? Because of forgiveness, or sainthood, or whatever.
Why do you think forgiveness is weakness? It takes a bigger person to forgive somebody, Farron.
Man.
Do you think I have the strength, even to forgive myself?
One day, maybe. It doesn't have to be today. But
To a
that's up
brighter
to you.
future, then.
Hmm?
And she'll raise her tankard. She said to a brighter future, then.
Okay. He'll raise his glass and drink. And then, after he finishes his sip. And if you really have questions about forgiveness, we do know somebody all about that.
Oh no. No, not no. I worship one
smirk.
goddess, and one goddess is plenty, thank you. And
Well, I didn't
certainly-
say.
And so,
No.
from all your travels, you come back to me, Mikael.
And certainly not the crow, please. One goddess is plenty. One goddess is enough trouble in my life. Ooh, well, perhaps not in that sense, but it has been. But she'll just take another sip.
Matheria will open an eye and we'll close it again.
Speak his name 3 times and he will appear.
I didn't mean as for worship. I just meant for learning how to forgive yourself. Because I'm pretty sure that's something he was trying to work on as well.
It felt like the only way he was able to think about it was through worshipping his false god. I would rather stay away from
really
all
got
of
to
that.
stop calling them false gods.
Oh, goodness. Well,
If you want
are
to
they
say
not?
foreign gods, that's fine. But to claim them as false, just entirely inaccurate.
See, what if I do not have the strength to change? This is 30 years plus that I have been living like this.
Well, then learn. That is the beauty of life, is that you learn and grow and change. People always change, Farron. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. It just takes time and
You know-
the willingness to do it.
It is... Never mind.
I'll take another sip.
Food is actually quite good.
I'm especially enjoying the little sausages wrapped in the pastry. Very good.
The food is actually good. What's
Well.
wrong with that?
I'm asleep. I don't hear that.
It's funny because Matheria is...
Yeah.
It's an odd thing to consider. You've lived a long life, haven't you? Losing your memories and regaining them.
At this point, I don't even know. It's all still kind of jumbled. Maybe I'm not the age that I think I am, and I've just been sent through time. I don't know how. It's more questions I need to get answered.
Well, follow me through on this. Centuries of your life were spent doing, perhaps centuries, a good long time spent doing one thing, knowing who you were, and then all of it changed when you came and joined the church. And then you spent a good chunk of your life doing that, as I have. What do you do when you are neither anymore? You cannot go back to what you were. In either case. What is being new like?
Best that I can explain it is that I'm not new. I'm both at the same time, I guess. Because while I do remember my past and all the things that I've been through back on Calcatesh, I also have the Gideon that is of Matheria. And all of the dogmatic tenets, all the patrols, all the teachings of the church, they're still within me as well. And it's almost like two people are fighting in my head at the same time, but they're both still me.
You have not chosen a third you to be?
I don't think so. I'm just being both.
I do not know that I can be both.
Well, if you want, I can hit you on the head really hard and maybe you can just be one.
Interesting idea. I'd rather not test it. You know, When I came to join the church, I changed my name. Part of the mask, part of fitting in, as it were. Should I stay as Farron, if, of course, the rest of the team would accept me? Or should I change? And try to live as someone else? Someone better?
If I may be so bold to ask, what was your name before you joined the church?
You realize you'll be one of a handful of people. I can count them on one hand to know.
Is that a problem?
I count her as dead. I'm not entirely sure the day she died, but her name was Fauna. Fauna Ivyheart.
It's a beautiful name. It suits you.
It was, yes.
Why not be Farron Ivyheart?
I suppose it's an interesting twist on the whole forgiveness thing. I don't know how any of my relations, should they still be living, would feel having their name be used in the church, which is one of the reasons why I changed it.
Well, Farron, I get the distinct feeling we're going to make a lot of changes. So I doubt your last name is really going to matter.
I suppose. So, do you advocate staying the same or making a change?
I'm going to say, make the change, Farron.
Interesting perspective. Thank you, Gideon.
I just hope we get back to the Pale City soon, and it's not too late. And you'll kind of see his eyes soften a little bit, and a little bit of sadness come across his face.
You're missing Thorn.
A lot. It's a bit worrisome that I don't even know if she's even alive. Could have just killed her as soon as she got back.
Surprisingly, I understand your fear. I have someone I miss as well, and I very rarely hear from him. We've only talked through letters. For months.
Fiance? Boyfriend?
Neither. Unrequited.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What? What are you laughing at?
That's what's their name?
Oh no. I've already given one name away tonight.
Oh, come on.
Well, he works for the Inquisition. I doubt he would want his identity to be known widely.
Rolls eyes. I'm not surprised.
Yes. No names. But it is my hope, as well, that the Pale City is not in utter shambles. I would very much like to reacquire my belongings from my room in the Inquisition headquarters.
Yeah, I have a few items that I had locked away in my locker back in the the Tower of the Eye, but it's probably gone now.
Hmm. Are you perhaps worried that Thorn would not accept you as a saint?
I mean, she accepted me as this, and he'll just kind of like gesture to like the wing, the claws, and the hair. I don't know why anything else, why it would change.
Hmm. She did not accept our mission.
I think it was mostly just due to not wanting to leave her city in shambles and do what she can to protect the people there. But I'd be lying if I didn't say it was because you were also leading us there.
Farron just shrugs.
Well, I hope you find her well.
Me too. And I'll just kind of let out a big sigh.
Another drink, perhaps?
Probably 2, if not 3.
Okay. You'll have to help me carry them then.
I think I can manage that.
Goes and gets several more drinks.
All right, and we keep drinking into the night.
Yeah.
God saves, God saves, God saves.
God save.
God saves, God saves.
Oh.
Whoa,
Oh,
no!
Gideon! You got a weak constitution.
And that's
Oh, they're
Yeah.
both bad.
Bye, ocean.
Farron is asleep.
They pass
Yeah,
out with
Gideon
a bunch of
asleep.
mugs.
Gideon asleep.
Matheria,
surrounded by full mugs.
Matheria will open her eyes. Her prayer response is finally done, and we'll see that her saints are all unconscious.
Hey, Mythos isn't unconscious yet. He's just wobbly over here by himself.
Etheria will knock one back.
God
Hey.
saves, God saves.
God save, God save.
No.
No.
But, well, I guess that's that then.
Mythos,
guess
I
so.
wanna do
Now's your
something.
chance.
Oh,
Talk to
Mythos.
her. Do it.
Talk to her, Mythos.
okay.
Raise her up,
Mythos is in the side. He's just looking over the stone Galdrin had given to him in his drunken stupor.
Are you looking at
And-
friendship rocks?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm looking at friendship rocks.
Yeah.
And in his own way, he's just trying to process everything that's happened. Or Galdrin had given him a rock with the runestone of strength. Something that even now, Mythos is still unsure of if he truly has. And then he just falls into his normal patterns of only sleeping for 2 hours while everyone else rests through the night.
Okay. All right.
Yay.
Show her the
He
jar.
cowered it out, dude. Show her the
Come on,
jar.
man.
All right.
Now's your chance.
That's fine.
Do it.
And thus we come to the
I
end.
need prep time to think words. I'll do it at the start of next session.
And so we come to the end of the Dark Sermon, Hail Mary.
Yeah. Good campaign.
Super
Next
I did it, guys. I'm
Next
peeling
campaign.
Farron like an onion. I'm pulling back
You
all
did
the
it.
layers.
I'm
did
peeling
it.
her.
Man,
Farrons are like onions,
Mm-hmm.
not cakes.
man. We have somebody. He's like, I forgive you like a good friend. That hit me right in the feels. I was like, yes. It's like
As a
actually
good
have
friend
somebody
once said, I forgive you.
right in the feels.
Oh,
Jeremy.
goodness.
He's like, there's someone you could talk to. No, please, no.
No. We don't
He's a
talk to
he's a changed man, Farron. Give him
No,
a
he's
chance.
All right. And that, we'll call it there. I have a lot
Yes.
of stuff to get done. there really isn't much fan art. That's
Sure, there is.
just memes, absolute cinema.
Wait a minute. Why is it in Russian?
Yeah, why is it in Russian?
Oh no, that's
Because he just clicked the GIF thing and
Why
then
do
he
you
picked the first
care?
one that showed up.
What's the
That's the
problem?
only gift that had the right
Nothing,
picture.
I
You don't like
can't read it.
Russian?
Yeah, what's
know
wrong with
Russian.
Russian?
You
I'm
don't
gonna
need
tell
to
Phosphine
read
on
to
you.
know what it's doing. You don't need to read. You know, you've seen the movie. Okay. Anyway,
Ask
that's
Foss
it.
what it says. Ask Foss what it says. It's
Yeah,
fine.
ask him. He's Russian.
There's too much communism in my fan
Yeah,
art.
Foss does art that makes me giggle shit.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting the channel. I will see you guys in an hour for Gates and Guardian. No, I'm sorry. Gallows and Golds. I'm sorry. I was reading
The
something.
gag. The gag campaign.
The other
Yeah.
gag.
Yeah, one of the gags.
Oh, God. They're going to give me a hard time about that. Oh, here we
They're gonna be
go.
like, "Where are our gates, Arcadum? I don't see any gates in this game."
Wah! He mixed up his kids. Wah!
The only gates I see is gatekeeping.
Anyway, whichever one it is next. I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.